Shit, brother, it's lunchtime.
It is
You
lunchtime.
excited? You were not having a great time.
Not at the end. I never am. I feel like after every workout,
Yeah, what's going
I
on?
feel like I'm dying. I don't know.
I got Panda Express.
I got Chipotle.
I got teriyaki and super greens with white rice.
I got steak and carnita.
But
But
my
I
man
only
has a
got
method.
charged for chicken.
Mm.
I do have a method. They fall for it every time.
Mm-hmm.
You ask for one meat,
Mm-hmm.
and then once they already slide your bowl to the side, you be like, actually, can I get double meat? Because that way they already put the single portion that they already was gonna. Because if you do double it immediately, they're gonna dip you.
Yeah.
They're gonna jip you for one of the portion sizes. But that way they can't. And I'll take the charge, but I want the portion. But she only charged me for chicken.
This Panda Express over here, though, I like them.
They're nice people.
And the food's always good. Well, you know how you can go to like a franchise and it's hit or miss? They got good people over there. Yeah, they definitely got 100% good people over there. But we did back, we did leg, and shoulders.
And a little bit of leg. Oh, you said
I
legs.
said legs already. I thought that was the second thing I said.
I realized after I said it, I was like, he said legs, favorite.
You did say legs. You did say legs. So Fabian's got his hot, flaming hot tortilla.
Wow. Burrito.
He knows. Then he gets a 2-for-1. 2 meals for the price of one. I got 1 meal for the price of one. But I was just craving Panda Express.
What the fuck?
What was that?
I got attacked by a Latin fly.
I thought it fell out of your bag.
Motherfucker flew straight at me.
We have that on video. Tell me how. Me and Fabian got into a gym altercation.
What?
We got into a gym altercation
Oh.
with some bald guy. You know how I know he was right? When his homie was apologizing.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's how you know
He was in
he
the
was
wrong.
bugging.
That's why I was like, I'm not arguing with you, nigga. You're wrong. I'm like, step away from me, nigga.
He was
Before
like,
shit gets
he was
crazy.
like, my friends are talking to me. I'm like, bro, I don't care.
I was like, stop giving me reason, bro. You were gone for 10 minutes. That's bad gym etiquette. He was like, no, it's not, my nigga. Yeah, it is. Stop arguing with me. And I walked away. I was like, I'm not gonna keep arguing with you, nigga. You sound stupid. He had his fucking water bottle sitting there for 10 minutes. And I know it's 10 minutes because it took me 3 minutes to walk to the car and back.
Mm-hmm.
So for him to be like, it's only 3 minutes. It's only 4 minutes. I was like, no, it wasn't, bitch. The girl finished her whole set for how long you was taking, dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about 3 minutes. And not only did he have the balls to sit there and hold the machine for that long, he said 10 minutes when he came back, and then was like, actually, I have more to do. It's going to be longer. Nah, next time, I'm going to just move your shit, and I'm taking your machine. And if you got a problem with it,
See, but I didn't fully expect him to have that attitude. I think I expected better people. I don't know if you expected that guy to be like that, but
I did the moment
I was just trying to be
he
friendly.
came back,
You knew?
and he had absolutely no sympathy. That he was across the gym for 10 minutes and apologizing. His homie had more sympathy for the fact that they were and apologized, and it wasn't even him that did it.
He also sounded like he was like rushing.
He was. He was absolutely rushing.
With the craziest bald taper fade I've ever seen. Whole top missing, but he had a crispy lineup. So genetics are a crazy thing, but you know, I try to be nice.
So if you're the dickhead that puts a water bottle, walks away for 10 minutes, I'm gonna take your shit.
You know, I thought maybe he had to use the bathroom.
That's
you know,
what I thought too. That's what I was being nice. I was like, you know what, you might be right. He might be taking a shit or something.
Sometimes, you know, that happens.
That happens, yeah. But then when he came back, and he was like, oh, I was across the gym supersetting and talking to my friend. I was like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Move. And then the whole fucking, and I know he's pussy because the whole time after that altercation, he was with somebody else the whole time. Every workout he was with a new man because he didn't want to be alone. Fucking pussy, bro.
So yeah, so that's the workout we had. And, you know, I was trying to be cool, trying to be cordial. But I'm like, you know that's wrong, right? You know, you can't just.
He was like,
no.
Blah, 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 blah.
I've been here since 8:30, bro. It was 9:30, and you're not even sweating. I don't even think you worked out. I think you were here talking for a whole hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a girl earlier that she finished her whole set at the same time that he did.
No,
But I really,
him.
no, like they finished at the same exact time.
No, it just took her longer to get the fuck out because of how much
Mhm.
shit she had. But she was done.
But she went back.
But she wasn't done.
So that's
She was
so
just getting
that's
mad.
my theory that the theory that you said that maybe she just didn't have the music blasting, just overheard that whole
Yeah, and then she
second
felt
thing. And
bad.
she was like, you know what, I'm gonna go. So I apologize for that.
Even she knew that motherfucker was there for way longer. Because even she was like, you know what? Let me give him this machine. I'll come back and finish when they're done.
Because I was gonna ask her, but she was setting up. She was getting ready to hear a step, so I didn't want to interrupt that process. I wanted to let them do what they have to do. But then he came back before I could ask her. I'm like, hey, is anybody here? And hence why we had to talk to that guy. He was like, yeah, give me 10 minutes. And I was like, all right, bet. So we're gonna be over here. His homeboy comes, and
Jumps in.
no, but he was polite about it. He's like, I'm gonna do what you're doing. Like he wasn't gonna take over it.
Mm.
So after, because I was talking to him while Fabian's hitting his set, he was like, yeah, man, I just want to jump in and do what I gotta do. I'm like, bro, don't worry about it. If you're doing what he's doing, sure, jump in. But I'm like, we want to use it for something completely different. So we can't jump in to do incline because we did incline yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, but your boy is not understanding that. I'm like, he's just
He was like,
hearing.
jump in, just jump in. I was like, nigga, we're not doing that workout.
Only thing that he was hearing was we don't want to work out with him. And I think that upset him. I think he felt some type of way. Maybe he thinks he's like the friendly gym guy. I'm like, oh, why don't you want to work out with me? Or like, why don't you want to hit this? I'm like, we're not
You're
hitting
asshole,
stress.
asshole. I wouldn't, even if I was, I wouldn't want to hit just with that dickhead.
He was a dickhead because we have definitely jumped in with workouts with people at other LA Fitnesses, and they've been really good people. Like we hit back with that one guy.
Are really courteous.
Mm-hmm.
You
That
know
guy.
they have good gym etiquette. That motherfucker had zero.
Nah,
Zero gym etiquette.
he
Bro.
think that LA Fitness
It's his.
is his for sure.
Motherfucker was doing a work, no joke, across the gym
Mm-hmm.
and left his bottle at the fucking Smith machine. Now we're sitting there waiting like fucking dickheads, like, where's this guy at? Maybe he's in the bathroom.
He made up a whole story to kind
Trying
of
to be
like,
nice, yeah.
like maybe he's in the back.
Maybe he was like in mid set, had a really shit bill
Yeah,
bag. Because it happened.
It's happened to me. It happened to me when I was personal
That's what I'm
training.
saying.
I'm like, bro, they're killing me. I gotta run to the bathroom. I'm sorry. And you know what? We're humans. We all do that. Maybe we go throw up a little bit. Maybe you have to use the bathroom really bad. But damn, that guy, I was really looking at him like, wow, I'm disappointed in you. You were talking to him in an angry tone, kind of.
I spoke to both of them. I was like, I don't give a fuck, bro.
No,
I'm not
the
sorry.
other guy was nice.
I'm not sorry to nobody. I told his friend, I was like, dude, your friend has shit gym
Yeah,
etiquette.
yeah. And he was like, oh, he was like,
I was like, no, nigga, stop apologizing. Tell your man he has shit gym etiquette. Teach him better.
mhm.
Because if he don't know better, someone need to teach him better.
Mhm.
And then the other nigga tried to apologize. I was like, nigga, I don't care about your sorry. I don't care about your explanation. I'm trying to tell you that what you did was wrong.
No,
learn from it.
He didn't even apologize correctly. He's like, I'm sorry, but my friends were talking to me over there. I'm like,
no, bro, I don't care about your apology. I was like,
you don't need
learn
the
better.
but. You don't
Be a
need the
better
but
person.
in your apology. And that goes to everybody. If your apology starts with, I'm sorry, but, that's not a real apology. And he didn't even need to apologize for like doing that. I just think he just needed to apologize for the attitude. Because as soon as we said like, yo, that's not like not, we didn't even start aggressive.
Yeah.
We weren't even like, yo, that you're a dickhead for leaving your shit there. We only got to that conclusion because as soon as like, hey man,
No,
that's fucked up.
When he came back and he was like, yo, I'm sorry. 10 minutes is yours. I was
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Fine. I got angry after he was like, you know what? I got more to do. Sorry. Fuck the 10 minutes. That's when I was like, nah, nigga, you're bugging. You're bugging out.
And I won't lie to you. I never want to critique anybody's weight or like the form on the bar or whatever. But those weren't even good reps. So that was gonna get me pissed off too. Because I'm like, that's probably super heavy for you. You're not even getting the right range. You're rushing through your shit too fast. And it's not. And then he did some weird like chest press with the
Yeah.
little
He was like,
attachment that you
the
do
whole thing, yeah.
do rows with. I don't know if that was optimal. I don't know like what. Maybe he just he knows some sauce.
Some Russian shit.
I don't know. But I thought that was him for a quick sec. Oh, yo, we talking about you, bitch. So yeah, that was insane. And I don't even think we were wrong. Were we wrong?
No.
Were we bugging? Were we overacting?
Hell no. It's in every gym rule. You cannot hold a fucking machine from across the gym. When has that ever been okay? You can't do that, even if you're supersetting. If you're supersetting, you're supersetting in between machines that are next to each other. That way you can get in and out, in and out.
Mhm.
What the fuck is you doing across the gym, supersetting with this machine that's all the way like, no, dude, that's not cool. If that gym is empty and there's nobody around, sure, fuck it.
It might have been empty when he was doing that.
There's only 2 Smith machines in the whole gym, and you supersetting across the gym. Fuck off, bro.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
That's dumb.
That was insane. Favorite was getting pissed.
I was angry. That's why I was like, nigga, get the fuck away from me. I was like, stop arguing.
But his homeboy, I was talking to his homeboy's chill. But I think he might have been in a position where it's like, if something were to happen, he probably might have been like, that's not even my man's, like that's just some guy I know from the gym. That's not even like I came with him,
That's what it was, yeah.
So he must have been feeling mad awkward, like, I don't really fuck with you like that to get involved.
I just wanted to get a set in real quick.
He apologized for himself. He's like, oh, sorry, man. I jumped in. I didn't know you guys were waiting for it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, it's all cool, man. He wanted us to jump in too, but we're not doing that. So that's why we're like waiting on the side. He's like, all right, I got 2 more and I'm going to leave. I'm like, all right, bet.
And if that was all it was, like him 2 more, and then they both re-racked, got everything out of the way, I would have been chill. It's the fact that afterwards he started doing that. Then he took the bench, put it underneath the bar. Then he started doing some bullshit with that. I was like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. There's no way you knew you had that much bullshit and lied in my face talking about 10 minutes. That's the problem. He was trying to play in my
Because
fucking
that
face.
was bullshit.
That's what I was
workout
saying.
he was doing,
He
that
was trying to play in my face. And that's why I was like, nigga, get the fuck out of my face. Like, I'm not arguing with you. You're just dumb.
I know he felt kind of sad.
Like, I'm not taking your bitch ass apology, bro. I'm not with it.
He must live in the new Baltimore, where they barely get any confrontation. Because we're not from here, so Fabian speaks loud when he wants to. And he was like, nah, you're gonna hear my point. My point's gonna come across. You a bitch for doing that. And then he was doubling down.
Yeah, and I was like, nigga, you're wrong. And he's like, stop. I'm not arguing with you, bro. You're wrong. And I walked away. That's simple. You got more shit to say? I'll meet you outside at the end of the fucking workout if you really want to get down, bro. That's simple, bro.
I don't
You're
think he
wrong.
wanted to get down. He's probably still in there.
Yeah, I was going for the napkins. Thank you.
They're just patchy to you, bro.
I didn't know I thought it was on that table.
But this was our lunch talk. We had an interesting morning so far. We're gonna meet up with our boy Malik later. We're gonna pick him up from the airport.
Watched The Long Walk yesterday.
Mm.
I think it was a great film.
Want to chat about it a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh. You said you would rate it how many stars?
4.5.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a really good suspenseful horror.
Uh-huh.
I guess that's what you would call it, right? It's like horror genre. Horror genre?
I don't know.
Or is it like a thriller genre?
Maybe.
Because the whole point is you're not supposed to know about what's happening walking into the film. It's supposed to be a surprise.
Mm.
And I feel like it hit that.
The
I feel like
the trailer gave a lot away.
But it didn't get away that. It just gave away the fact that they were walking, there was a prize, and only one to be left. You could infer that, like, what do you mean by there's only going to be one left? Someone's got, right? Like, someone has to go. But
no, in the trailer, you hear gunshots.
Oh, you do? I only saw the first trailer, and I was like, I'm watching that. I never seen anything else.
I've seen a couple of versions of that trailer.
That's why
the TikTok ad reveals a lot more than the actual movie trailer.
So that's why when we went with Lane, I was trying my best to not reveal that people get shot up immediately, because the whole point of the book is for it to be a surprise. Because in the book they don't let you know until like the first person gets murdered. You don't know that someone. I mean, you do know because it's a Stephen King novel, and you're like, this motherfucker writes horror films. Obviously, something's gonna happen, but you're not supposed to.
You take that piece of thing.
You're not supposed to know. So, and I think they really nailed that part. I think all the actors did pretty good. I believed it. Every one of them.
Stephen King had final say on who was casted.
Really?
Yep. And he was like, you have to show people getting shot. If you're not going to show people getting shot.
Even you were like, oh, they didn't got to show it. They were like showing brains getting
Bro, it was at some point, Lena was like this. It's like, I don't want to see that. Because some of them were really brutal. And then some of them were like, I see what you fucking CGI. If you fucking CGI right there. But the first person to get shot, we're not gonna reveal who it was.
It was brutal.
But that was crazy. That's
like the entrance wound and the exit wound.
I've never sat in so many positions in my life. Like I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, oh
I think I can
damn.
see the seats at that theater were shit.
That
No
could be true.
recliners, no nothing.
That could be true. But I was still so like, I was trying to get comfortable, trying to like. I feel like I was sitting in a defensive position sometimes. I'm like, oh, don't do that to me. But I would recommend people to watch it.
For sure.
It's one of those movies. After it's done, you sit outside the movie theater and you talk about it with your friends. So go with
Yeah.
your friends
I agree.
and talk.
And if you do know the concept and your friends don't explain it to them. Just be like, it's a competition. You win a lot of money.
Mhm.
That's about it. That's the only concept they need to know.
But I would give that maybe like 4 stars.
Okay.
I would watch it again with people who haven't watched it previously, just to have that dialogue like we had at the end. But other than that, I didn't really,
I'm probably gonna watch it with my girl when I get back home.
I didn't really have any critiques to where like I didn't feel like anything wasn't purposeful in it. You know, I thought all the runtime, however long it was, it was those minutes were used very purposely.
I agree.
I don't think there was anything that didn't contribute to the story in any way or another.
I think the emotions in that film, like when it came to the mom, the son, everybody else that were losing it after a few whiles, it makes sense, right? Because you think about it. When you're fresh, you're a completely different person, right? You're not tired, you're not exhausted, you don't have to shit, you don't gotta pee. After that time, you start losing it slowly, and that makes sense because any human being who's been walking for that long and is exhausted, like you said, right? You're gonna snap on people like that one kid, even if you're friends. You're already like in a mindset. You're like, bro, leave me like I gotta focus on this, or I'm gonna drop and I'm gonna die.
Your cortisol levels increase drastically.
You're not sleeping. If you are sleeping, you're like sleepwalking.
But it's not
never
even
really resting.
It's not even sleeping. What that is your brain shuts off for a couple seconds. So for them, they could feel like it's been a few minutes of sleep.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, how long has been sleeping? And they could be like, oh, you were out for like 20 minutes, but it's really like a couple seconds, and then you wake back up. So it's not really sleep.
Yeah.
Your brain just shuts off completely for a couple seconds.
It's just wild.
I'm surprised they showed a lot that they did. Like when people have to use the bathroom.
Yeah, that I was like, oh, I didn't think they were gonna show that type of stuff.
Yo, that was crazy. Because even at the beginning, they show it like in a ha-ha way, where the guys, look at my cock, and they piss. And then one guy was really staring at that shit. You know who you are. You know who you are, Karate Kid. Staring at that guy's dick for no reason like that.
There's also that mentally unstable kid from The Jump.
Yeah. I was talking to Lena about that last night. I was like, he really was trying every way to justify his actions. Like he didn't want to be accountable for the fact that he did do something that crazy at the very like start of the walk. And you know, some people just can't live with their decisions. Some people like to live fast and furious, and again, they can't deal with the consequences that happen, whether it happens directly to them
for him
or
in the movie, right? They just explain that his dad like abused him or something, and that's why he didn't have any friends. And so he was like, "This is a new start for me. We could be friends." And he immediately fucked it. Is what I'm saying. Like he was trying to be like banter, basically. He was like trying to banter with somebody, and immediately got that person killed.
I just thought
and then the whole group turned against him. And he was like, "Damn, bro! The one chance I had to make friends
was because he's never had any friends.
Exactly.
He doesn't know
how to
what
banter.
boundaries are. He doesn't know like.
He saw that everybody else was bantering and making fun of each other and blah blah blah, and then he tried to do the same with some random kid. The kid was not having it.
It was like, aha, favorite, you're dumb. And you're like, ah ha ha ha. And he's like, actually, favorite, your whole bloodline's gay. Or
I wouldn't care.
Your mom's sucking dick.
Yeah, but somebody, that's what I'm saying. Like one of the kids did not take it well.
Like everybody was on this level, and bro him on this level.
He went too far.
Immediately, just everybody hated him.
Yeah, because he got someone killed, and then everybody was like, "Yeah, fuck that guy." And then he was like, "Well, now no one likes me."
And then he got mad when they were like, killer."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Stop it, guys."
I thought for sure he was gonna do something crazy though.
I thought he was gonna do something crazy too. I thought he was gonna lead.
He even said it to one of the guys. Like, I have a plan for you later. Yeah. I was like, he's probably gonna trip him or grab him or something. But no. He genuinely just wanted friends, and then he had a mental fucking breakdown later down in the movie when they like became his friends, kind of. Well, one of them became his friend.
That kid that became his friend only did it to like calm him down. He's like,
He saw that he was
like,
having
come on,
mental,
like,
yeah,
hey man,
a mental health.
we're friends now, okay? But you would pick up on it if I said that to you. You'd be
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're friends. Yeah, yeah, I get you. I got you. I get what you're saying. Because I think he didn't want him to lash out and
And
take out somebody else
yeah,
too.
do his,
Especially how close they were.
yeah. At that point, everyone in the group were his friends.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
How did you feel when one of the Musketeers got kicked? In the start of the movie, we have a main group of boys that we follow. They call themselves the Musketeers. And did you think that's the one that would have gone first, or no?
I forgot who went first.
You want me to spoil it or no?
Mm,
I'm trying not to spoil it.
that guy?
I didn't expect him to go first out of the four.
I don't think so either, but
He seemed the most prepared. Right? He had the most rules. He had a game plan. I didn't think he'd go first out of them.
I think that's where you go. That's where you're wrong. Like not you, but him. I don't think you could prepare for that.
You don't think?
No,
I feel like you could be more prepared.
It's so that it's like the factors in that you have to again factor in 50 people are gonna get selected. You're like, all right, this is how I could best win this scenario, right? But then he had the problem with the food. He didn't prepare for that. He did. How would he prepare for
he
that?
had
Right?
like
He was
one
allergic.
he dropped it.
Yeah, he was like
He was
allergic
to the like rations that they were giving out. So he had his own ration.
So
and he dropped the last.
Not even that. The rations that they gave out were just the two different foods, right?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe if there was 5 items in there, he was allergic to like 4 of those items.
Oh, okay.
And then he only had the 1, 2. So again, you could be as prepared as that, but then if you
I guess you're right, because then the other guy gave him one of his tubes.
He's like, I don't even like this one, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which was nice. It's crazy how that guy that gave the tube away, his motives were
he didn't want to win.
They were out of hatred.
Yeah.
But he was the most kind person. He
was, yeah.
He was the
most I think the other kid, Pete, whatever.
Yeah,
the guy who plays Andy in Alien Romulus was the most kind. He genuinely was helping
everybody.
Even the people he didn't like. He was like, come on, man, get up.
Yeah, yeah.
It was super helpful.
But
strive to be as positive as that man, bro. That man is insanely
They were both very, very kind people. But the fact that one hatred was his goal. The other one's like, man, I want to change
the world.
I already live hatred. I don't want to do that no more.
Yeah. He wanted to change the system. He was like, what if the wish is there's 2 winners, right? And he was making really good arguments that you're like, maybe that could work.
We could do that.
Right?
And then you were like, okay, if there are 2 winners, one could get the wish and one could get the money.
That's what I'm saying, right? Because then it makes them, because if they don't want to change the system, right, that's the best way to change it. It's still the same prize pool. No one's getting more money or it's not double the money that they have to pay out or double the wishes, right? If your wish is like make it 2 people, or like you were saying after the movie, you're like make the long walk better every time you win, right? You're like make sure that they have, what was it, like bathroom breaks, sleep breaks, something like that. Make those wishes. I was like, that's genius.
I was saying
that means every time somebody wins, they're making it better for the people in the next year's long walk. But I don't want to spoil the end.
It said you could ask for one thing.
Yeah.
And if the nice guy with the nice intentions would have won,
he would have done that. But I think like in the whole film, you see these two characters, right? They form a bond, like a friendship, like slash brother bond. They call each other brother.
Everybody forms.
Yeah, it's very
Everybody does in their own way.
They become family in sort of, right? They're all experiencing this crazy trauma together while also physically tired and counting on each other. When one goes down, the other one picks them up.
Yeah.
When one is hungry, the other one picks.
And it's never like a choice to pick him up. It's automatic.
Yeah.
It's like boom, like oh,
even
the man is down.
And when the first musketeer went down, right, and he got shot, the other kid was like, "Nah, that's our homie, bro."
Yeah.
And he went back for him, even knowing that he could get murked just for doing that.
And in that scene specifically, it was sad because he's like, the guy's like, he's calling for me. He's calling for me, and it's like how could you not? Like as a response,
I agree. Like
if somebody calling your name, like help me.
Like if Nando went down and he got shot, he's like, Favorite, I'm going back, bro. It's hard, but I'm gonna go back. So I get it.
We were like, they were walking. I'm like, all right, 100 miles? That's crazy.
Yeah, it got to 300.
200 miles? I'm like, yo, that's crazy. 300 miles? I'm like,
I would have got
damn.
cooked. Yeah, I don't think I would have made the long walk, bro.
And it's crazy that you can't account
For how long?
things.
It's literally just until the last. They would have went for 600. if
One of
they
the
fell.
characters was like, I never get sick. And of course I fucking get sick during
Yep.
this long walk. It's
Yeah.
like you can't prepare outside of like maybe
I agree.
practicing walking for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, like how else would you even prepare yourself? Like mentally, you'll never be able to put yourself through that kind of strain beforehand to practice.
Yeah.
You can't prepare yourself mentally.
No, because you would never know.
You don't know what it's like until you actually do it.
Like, let's say but how long is a marathon? How many miles is a marathon?
22 and a half.
Okay, so let's say you like, I'm a practice for a marathon. How far can we possibly walk?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's what you train for. And then you pass that mileage. You're like, I didn't train for this.
But again, you don't account for the 49 other people there too.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, imagine if everybody in there was quiet. That's a different game.
Yeah, you're right.
And then you just so happen to be in the group, the Chatty Cathy group. Everybody's talking to each other.
Mhm.
Like even at the very beginning, they're like, "Hey, I'm so and so.
Yeah, they were
I'm this, I'm
communicating.
that," and everybody.
Some of them were quiet until
Yeah.
like later down the line. They started opening
But
up.
they were
Like the
it-
Native Americans,
they were
like anybody till later down
involved.
the line. Yeah.
So it's one thing to be like, I'm quiet and I'm on the side over there. You could be in the circle and be quiet. Like everybody was like, whether you're talking in the circle or not, people were just sitting there listening and being a part of it, right? So that I think that makes it harder too, because in a way you're bonding whether you're talking to the people or not.
And you're seeing these people drop.
Just because you're not speaking or communicating doesn't mean you're not listening to what people are saying. Oh, this guy's got a wife. You know, we didn't find out until later in the movie some guy had a wife, but that's because they weren't in the conversation, right? Other conversations were happening. You know, like we were focused on the conversations that were shown to us, but there were other conversations happening. Like people were talking to each other. And I think you can't account for that either. As much as you want to be the prepared guy, there's just no possible way.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, my preparation would be, I'd wear a diaper.
I don't have any
cash. Wear a diaper.
I don't think that's smart.
I'd bring
because you're not gonna be able to take it
my
off.
best walking shoes and then a pair, like a spare, like strapped to me.
The one sick guy had a spare shoes, and he didn't even give it to.
He should have.
For the characters.
Crazy.
They might even not be his size too.
So I'd bring 2 pairs of shoes. I'd bring a diaper.
One thing that I didn't get clear vision on, one of the characters loses their shoes.
Yes.
And it feels like 5 minutes later, he was in his hometown with his mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, no, not that. The mom was like, "Your feet." So we didn't get to see his feet.
No,
So,
we did. They were bloody.
they were bloody.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that
If you look at his feet, his socks were filled with blood and like stuff. But
already.
yeah. So I can only imagine after he takes his shoes off, right, and he's just walking barefoot on pavement because they can't go off the pavement. That's why I was like, okay, there is no rocks and shit that's gonna stab him. It's just hard pavement, and eventually your feet will get tired. But even then, that's a lot to just be barefoot, bro. I guess your feet would build up calluses after a while, but that's painful.
But I didn't see the feet, so I was curious. Like, I mean, how bad could they be? Forgetting that he's been walking.
He lost his shoes before he met his mother, right?
Yeah.
But so why didn't? And they're always being recorded, by the way, by the tanks. If his mother saw that he lost his shoes, she knew that he was coming into town, I would have brought my man some shoes and threw it at the. Again, I guess you can't put on shoes when you're walking.
I don't think you can tell where they are.
Oh.
So I don't know how long she must have been standing there. She could have been standing there like an hour, like 8 hours. Like, oh, eventually he's gonna pass by.
I just know he's in this area so far. But even yet, now I debunked myself because how do you put on shoes while you're walking?
Well, you gotta stop. You get 3 warnings. You get 3 warnings, so you stop, and you might have to eat 2 warnings at the same time.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe even 3, but then you have to walk 3 hours.
Yeah, without
to get rid of
warnings.
Get rid of the warnings, which I thought was an interesting system.
Really?
I thought that was interesting. What I think people failed in when they had to use the bathroom is that they try to use the bathroom while walking still. Because even the person that tried to stoop down and use the bathroom, he kept like doing this, like crouched.
Yeah, I would have sat down.
Sat down.
Yeah,
do
get
what you
those
gotta
3
do,
warnings, then get up.
Yeah,
I agree. He did it, sat, got 1 warning, got up, walked, sat, got the second warning. They're like, dog.
That's a bad use of your warning system, to be honest. Also, I would have, in the same nature, if I had to do it that way, to use the bathroom that way, I wouldn't have to worry about wiping. I would just like use a shirt and then wait when it rains and then clean myself while walking when it rains.
Or the water.
That too.
They don't. They keep giving
I
you.
said that
They give you
later.
water.
Like if we're refilling, I'm bideting my shit. Like,
Yeah, literally, yeah. There was no. At least they didn't show us that there was a limit for water.
No.
They just asked for a cantina whenever they needed one, and they gave it to them.
And the soldiers there doing the walk like on the
On the
with,
train?
the guns and shit.
Yeah.
They seemed like they seemed very like personable. Like he was like he had the gun to his face, and he was like canteen. And he was like, all right, here you go. And then like you could see like a look of like that's still a human being there. Like you could I could imagine
job, yeah.
like the what's the guy's name? The sergeant commander or whatever.
Mr. Luke Skywalker himself.
Yeah, but like what was his title?
Colonel or something?
The colonel, right? You could tell the colonel doesn't give a fuck about
No, he didn't like
people, right?
Even one of I don't want to spoil it, but even one of them
was like somewhat
connected to him in some way, and he didn't give a fuck.
But you could tell those soldiers, like you could see the humanity still in their faces. And I thought that was like a small little detail that like could go overlooked a little bit. But when he asked for water, he immediately like put down the gun to get the water. So it's a solid movie. Go watch it with your friends. Go watch it with your family.
I think it's a beautiful way of showing brotherhood and like companionship and even love at the end. Because even right before there's a winner that gets decided, right? The other one who doesn't become the winner tells him, "Is like, yeah, I love you, brother." Right? And I think that's what changed his mind, right? At the end, was that conviction, right? It was instead of doing the wish of making it better, I want revenge for you because of what they just did to you.
Yeah, because both the last 5 people came to an agreement to where like they would send money to a certain character's wife, which I forgot who
it was
that
the
was.
Asian boy.
Oh, he had a wife?
Yeah, that's what the fuck it was.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
That's why everyone was like, he had a wife because he was talking about like naked ladies.
Yeah.
He was trying to put it off that he didn't have anybody. And then when he gets murked, the native kid is like, hey, just so you guys know, he told me he had a wife.
Dang.
And they were like, really? He told you and he didn't tell us, and then we were the Musketeers? That's why they were all like, listen, we're going to make a pact here now, and if any of us do win, we bring something back to his wife. Take care of her. And even the dude who wasn't fucking with all of them was like, yeah.
He's like, hey, can you ask me? I want to be part of that. So basically, the last like 5 or 6 people were coming to those agreements. Like, hey, eventually one of us is gonna win. We should take care of each other. We should take care of like the people that we have.
Yep. Because even later down the line, it happened with also the church boy, right? He gave his cross away, and he told him like, hey, listen, if I don't win, please give this cross to my grandmother so that she knows that, like, you know, I didn't make it, but at least I'm in a better place.
And they had bonded to the point where they're like, yep, I will do that for you, no hesitation, no doubt. But I would go watch that movie. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Yeah,
I have no real critiques about it since I didn't read the book.
I think Stephen King, his adaptations, they do well.
Like he didn't wasn't involved.
No, I know, but I'm saying like the way that people take his books and make movies, they turn out good. Because usually with books that get turned into movies, the author's vision doesn't
match.
Exactly. Like a lot of times people are like, "Oh, the book is better."
Well, the guy that the producer that made this movie, the reason why Lena wanted to watch it is because that guy made The Haunting of Hill House, and that's one of her favorite books. And so she already knew that the guy was gonna cook because he's cooked with everything that she's watched.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Stephen King he chooses the people who are adapting his book, or whoever is choosing to get these properties are doing well. Because I even think the It movies are very good.
The first one's always the better one.
Yeah,
my opinion.
I agree. I think the story's better when the children. Besides that one bit in the book, if you know what I'm talking about.
You know.
You a fucking weirdo, Stephen King.
Well, you know what?
Take that shit out the book, dog.
Literature.
Take that shit out the book, bro.
Does it for the love of the game.
I like.
Yeah, I want you guys to go out and watch the movie.
I think I'm gonna watch The Conjuring when I get back home, and I'm gonna make a review on both of them on my letterbox to see which one I like better for like horror wise. Because Conjuring is more traditional horror, like jump scares, scary ghosts, paranormal stuff. This is more psychological thriller
I
type,
would say psychological
right?
thriller. Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
so I want to see which ones stack up because these are the two movies that are currently out that are like horror based, right?
Somebody said this movie is the movie of the summer. Technically, summer's not over until the 25th. I don't think it's the movie of the summer.
I think I mean, I'm a giant nerd, so I think Superman, and Fantastic Four are my movies.
I have to go back and see what movie I would choose to be the movie of the summer.
Mine
'Cause
are.
I've
Just
seen
superhero.
almost every movie that's come out this summer.
Yeah,
Even I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I didn't like that film.
I liked it.
I
don't have
I realize I don't like remakes of slasher films
mm,
because it's very
hit or miss.
bop bop bop. Like they do the same thing.
Sure.
Yeah,
With just
with just new
different skins,
characters.
different
Yeah,
skins.
new characters, and then they're like, "Oh, remember this guy from this movie?
Ah, yeah.
Remember the guy from the original?" And they do that for like all the like remakes of all these slasher films. So I think, to me, I'm not big on that.
All right, for the next 3 minutes, I'm gonna talk about Freddy Krueger
Okay.
because I watched A Nightmare.
The Black Phone movies.
Oh
Also,
yeah,
I gotta watch that too. I forgot that's also a like
well,
horror
welcome
film.
back, Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
The Black Phone
that's
too.
literally what reminded me of it.
But I was thinking, I'm like, how do you reboot A Nightmare on Elm Street?
What do you mean how?
How?
They tried.
I know, and it
They-
failed really
yeah.
bad. And I think it needs to change.
In what ways?
Like you keep what's fundamental about Freddy Krueger, but also
So
you
the jokester, the fact that he likes to kill, the fact that he's a pedophile.
Mhm.
By
You
the way,
have to do
please,
that.
yeah, keep that. The whole point that we don't like Freddy is that while he was alive, we know he was molesting children.
There's a diddler.
He was a school janitor that was touching children, kidnapped children, would do horrible things to them, and then kill them.
You know what I would?
And then eventually the village found out and murked his ass by burning him. And then we're supposed to try to find sympathy in that on the fact that he got burned alive. But to be honest, that motherfucker deserved.
He should have got worse. But I'm thinking that I would change his story a little bit.
How
His
so?
his beginning, his upbringing a little
Mhm.
bit. I would.
Maybe he was sexually abused as a child, and that's why he
Yes,
sexually
no,
abuses
he
children.
does it. He does it like he repeats the cycle. You know,
Mm.
I would do
Okay.
that. I would do that. Like he would be abused at home and then
Yeah.
sexually abused in school. So double,
Ah.
right? We get like
Okay.
15 minutes of that.
Yeah.
Then I would do is I would have him take his own life. Freddy Krueger take his own life,
Okay.
and then he becomes this demonic, like evil, like
Then what about all the burn marks and stuff on him?
well,
so he burnt
he'd be in
himself?
hell. He'd be in hell, I think.
Oh,
You know, I think
okay.
he becomes like a hell demon.
Yeah. I mean, that is what happens. Right?
Yeah,
After
yeah.
he dies, he makes a deal with
Mhm.
whoever the hell is down there to keep coming back and haunt.
So instead of like making a deal where he's like, oh, I love doing this to people, right?
Mhm.
More like he's given the opportunity to do that to people as like, hey, you've suffered like a lot, like now it's your turn to give suffering, you know. Like I would do something like that
But then why does he target children, like teenagers?
because that's what happened to him. He was abused by his parents at home
Uh-huh.
and diddled by a teacher in school
Okay.
at whatever age,
Yeah.
whatever age he could be, or for however many years, right?
Yeah.
So
then
then
why
he just goes back and
But
does it
wouldn't
to
he
people.
feel bad about doing it
No,
to other
because
children?
he's angry,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
And I think he would just do it for and I would need the beginning kills, like once he gets those powers, to not drag out, to be like like instant fast, like they're sleeping and then like a claw comes out of the chest and the head and then people are like waking up. There's people dying like randomly throughout the night for like a few weeks, a couple months or whatever. Just people just dying like that.
Mhm.
And I think that it leads to slower kills because he'll become bored. He'll become bored of killing people so fast,
becomes
and
that
he wants to
jokester.
he wants to enjoy the shit and that.
Okay.
That's how I kind of like we're thinking about because the Alamo is showing all the Freddy Krueger movies
Nightmare
in
on Elm
order.
Street,
Yeah.
They get goofy.
I know.
The first two are like scary actually, and then they get really goofy.
So I was thinking about like how to keep it the same but make
Because
it different.
the concept is scary, right? Everyone needs to sleep eventually.
Eventually.
It's a scary concept. So, because as a kid, it terrified me when I was a kid. I was like, oh,
I can't
he
go to
could fuck
sleep?
me in my sleep?
That's-
Oh, nah. That's cool. So the concept is scary enough where like just a basic human concept is what's killing you. Like it's like, oh, if you eat, you die.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I need to eat, or I will die
We're
anyway.
gonna die anyway.
So it's that concept that's scary to me. Where like, and the way around it or beating him is like that to me is the interesting part, right? It's like, how do I stop myself from sleeping? Oh, I'm gonna take caffeine pills. I'm gonna
Mhm.
drink
Coffee.
coffee and do all this stuff, and eventually you're going crazy in the real world because you're not sleeping. So it's gonna affect your. That's the type of. That's why I really like Smile, right? Where it was very psychological, where like you are your own worst enemy at the same time, but there really is a demon that's hunting you, but nobody else
and
can see it.
there
and nobody
really
believes
isn't a way to help you.
Exactly,
You know,
and I think that's the scariest part. That's why I think Smile is such a high tier film for me, where it's like not only is the demon scary as shit, but you're also your own worst enemy once you get possessed by this demon.
and that's real. You can relate to that no
Exactly.
matter what level. There doesn't even have to be a demon, but you
Exactly.
can relate to. There's times in your life where you're your worst enemy.
Exactly, and I think that if they bring that concept to the Nightmare on Elm Street, like thing where like the person is slowly going crazy and everyone around him who like loves him, like he's losing his mind, he's not sleeping, and no one believes him that like yeah, there are people that are dying here and there in their sleep, but everyone is also just getting, let's say, uh, everyone's just committing suicide. Everyone's losing their mind in this sector of
Oh,
Elm Street or
yeah.
whatever the hell it is, and that gets just pushed under the rug, which a lot of mental illness does, and I think that's where I would like to see it.
I would start the backstory off where as soon as he kills himself, makes that deal or whatever, or is given the opportunity to do that by like a bigger demon or whatever, have him just kill the teacher molesting him and his parents. So
Yeah.
it's like damn, what the hell?
Yeah,
And then go on like a spree or some kind, or
Yeah.
like years of like doing one-off things like that until he becomes like, you know what, I want to have fun with this. Like I'm bored. Like I'm tired of doing like
yeah.
the same
Well,
shit every
in the
time.
original, he feeds off fear, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like the
He
concept,
fear, yeah, the fear, yep. He
where
feeds
like
off fear.
the more scared you are of him, the more power he
Powerful
gets. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's why he fucked with you and gives you nightmares. And it's like, I like this shit. I like making you. The more scared you are, the stronger I am in your own head. You know.
Anyway,
the
I
end.
guess that ambulance is our cue to end this. We will see you guys in a different section
Thank you
of
for
the world
to our movie review and our pitch.
for Nightmare on
Nightmare on Elm Street. Shout out Hollywood. Lock in, bro.
Lock in. But I'm also tired of
Who would you like to see play Freddy Krueger?
Freddy
Who would
Krueger.
be a good Freddy Krueger in this day and age? I don't think there's that many actors that could do that.
The Joker from the new Batman,
Oh, Barry whatever.
Kerrigan. Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Him.
you know what?
He could
Real,
cook.
yeah,
He could cook.
real. With like a bunch of like burn prosthetics. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
he
he'd
could
work.
do it. He would. Barry, lock in.
Make sure you have the claw too. The claw is important.
Mhm.
Don't get rid of
I want the claw.
the iconic weapon. It's like
he wanted to be just. He can't take it off. I want it to be a part of his
Oh.
hand.
they did that in the new one. It did not.
It didn't look good.
It did not.
Well, it's been like 10 years since the new one.
I think it should be a claw
I don't know. Who knows?
because it's iconic. It's like getting rid of Michael Myers' kitchen knife. It's like getting rid of Jason Voorhees' machete. Who else? Chucky's chicken knife, kitchen knife.
Chucky size. Imagine a tall Chucky.
No,
That
that's
wouldn't
terrifying.
work. That wouldn't work.
Because I'm scared more of the doll than I am of Charles Lee Ray. Every time they showed him, I was like,
That's a
fuck this old white man, bro.
see his ass.
But then they showed the doll, and I'm like, that's a possessed doll. I don't know how to beat that. You kick it and come back.
All right. To end off, I'm gonna open the fortune cookie.
Let's see what your fortune is. Oh, why is it so pale?
I don't know. It says, "Find beauty in the ordinary,"
Oh,
and we'll leave off that. Peace.
peace.